Oh, here you go. What's up, guys? Let's see if you guys can hear me. Let's see. Camera, mic, camera, 720, audio. Okay. Testing. Okay, we here. Oh, sorry, guys. I had difficulty with the app. What's up, everybody? I was just reading something too. Somebody tested positive at my job. That sucks. All my stuff is going so slow. It's everybody at home. There we go. Let's get it popping. How's everybody doing? What's up, Sammy? Suck, Steve. Hope everything is great. Yeah, I was almost about to cancel the show, but I was like, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it enough time so we can at least get some type of show going. Hey, Reed Shield, Cody Man, Sammy Nixon, King Doze. What's up, David Watson? Green Team, DB66. And then I had entered my broadcast on this StreamYard. It was taking a long time to load. I think probably a lot of people streaming, probably using it. That's one of our topics today. Quarantine has been very profitable. It made these streaming services are loving quarantine right now. So that's one of our topics. What's up, Jay Strick? Worked them servers. Hey, Sandy, Mr. Smiley. What's up, Steve? I'm looking for a cheap streaming box. What you recommend? Me box? She can get a Me box or Fire Stick 4K. It's pretty good too. Yeah, the Fire Stick 4K is good. Me box is okay. Sometimes they be slipping with their updates, but it's a good box. People enjoy it. What's up, Lewis? Hey, Ed E. Doing good. Off for the next 2 weeks. What's up, Richard Lee? What up, Steve? What's up, technology? So they saying I was reading articles about, but I already knew this, that the quarantine would be the best thing for streaming services. Everybody's sitting at home. You know, you got a lot of people that's not working right now because of the quarantine. I don't know how it is in every state, but I know in Chicago right now, we got the so-called just essential places that's open. So it's a lot of people not at work. There's a lot of people at home. The kids are home. The kids can't go to school. Kids can't go anywhere. Um, all the older people are at home. So, Steve, what's up? Blah, blah. Fire Stick 4K sucked. Burnt two out. I ain't never had no problems with the 4K stick. Never. That's the 4Ks. I actually traveled with one, and it worked perfect. I mean, never. It's got the Amazon OS. I'm not too fond of the Amazon OS, but just for something quick and to stream on, it's good. 1080p movies dropped out of theaters. Yep, they're gonna have all the original release dates for the movies, and they're just gonna give them to us to rent. So I had just seen The Invisible Man. I think The Invisible Man and The Hunt were the first two movies out. They're supposed to be adding more. What's up, Nathaniel? Good evening, Steve. New Jersey checking in. State on lockdown. Yep. Well, we got a lot of places, but it's kind of crazy because we got the quarantine going on, but um, it's still a lot of big, huge places that's open. You know, the post office where the post office can't close. The transportation places still open, so it's like it's a lockdown. But it's not really a lockdown. Then they say it's a 5 o'clock curfew, but people still going to do what they want to. They're up on Cody. Yeah, somebody put in some papers on them. What's up, Maurice? But let me see if I can find that article. So some of these services have been hitting record-breaking viewers. Well, streaming. So you got places like you got services like Netflix, um, even YouTube. You guys know YouTube. They're loving it right now. Then there's so many people at home right now. They're talking about reducing the quality. Excuse me. They talk about reducing the quality of the streams. I haven't experienced any of that yet, but who knows? Bloodshot is lit. Bloodshot on there? Prime, yep. I'm pretty sure every service right now, every service has had an increase. It's been perfect for all these streaming services right now because you got everybody just sitting at home, or they can't get to work. Um, they either their job closed down. You got a lot of people just can't go to work because they don't have no babysitters and stuff like that because school's done. So everybody's just sitting. Everything's closed. You can't go. Well, you can go grab food from the restaurant, or you can go through the drive-through, but you can't actually eat inside the places. 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. is the curfew in San Antonio, Texas. 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. They haven't enforced our curfew yet. We have it, but it don't seem like it's been enforced. Yeah, Netflix is lowering the stream. Well, in the UK, I'm not sure if it's gonna affect us here in the United States. I'm not sure, but so many people, all at home at once. But I wonder how their numbers is gonna look. That's one thing we're gonna look at probably in the next month or so, as we're gonna look back towards this time and see how their numbers looking. So has everybody been okay? I haven't personally knew I haven't personally know anybody who tested positive for the virus. Um, well, one person. I didn't know him like that, but I knew of him. But so far, probably about two people at my job, two or three at my job. 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. CJ Bear, as FEMA take over all curfews, will be enforced. And CJ Bear facts. I mean, they made these curfews for a reason, even though they're not really paying attention to it right. I don't know. I can't speak for everyone, every state, but I know right now people are not really paying too much attention to the curfew. But I know they're there for a reason. So I got a feeling they're gonna enforce them soon. What's up, Shrink and Sharon? I know in I think that's New York. New York, a lot of things is being enforced. Hello, everyone. Not only do you need to streaming service, but I had to increase my speed. You had to increase your speed, Megan? Because everybody's at home streaming. I had trouble just going live for a minute. Sonic, the Hunt, and the Gentleman. Oh, the Gentleman's on there now? Let me screenshot that. I didn't know that. I want to see the Gentleman too. The Hunt. I wasn't too into the Hunt. Everybody loved it too. You know, I was talking to some people online. They loved the Hunt. It just wasn't for me. I like the Invisible Man though. Steve, how do you like the 4K cube? I have the first cube and the reviews, and the second one was not good. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. It's just at the price because I believe it's still like 130. Let me double check. It's just at the price for the cube. For me, let's see. Fire Fire Cube. Fire Cube 4K. Okay, it went down. It's 120 now. So that's not too bad. That's not too bad, but it's like when something like over 100, I'm going with the shielder all the time. He said, New York is a death zone. People in help. What's the name of your chair? This the Killer B from Killer B Gaming. What's up, Big Burn? What up, C? Long time since I catch. More people dying from the flu 300 times over from Richard. Um, so far because the thing is, what the flu has like. I think the flu has like a point something mortality rate. This stuff got close to 3 that we know of, because I'm sure there's plenty of cases that just aren't being that they're not necessarily hiding the cases, but everybody's not testing for it. I don't know too many people that took the test. I know some people that's requested the test. It's actually been I had read online it was a younger girl, and she looked around 6 or 7, and the parents said that they had sent her to ER and that she was real sick, and they had sent her home. They had sent her home and pretty much just told her to um, get better, and then she ended up getting worse, so she took her back and she actually had it. So I'm sure it's a lot of cases that's not even being documented. Steve, do you know titanium build should be back? I think it's back now. Media invented crisis. Well, they just introduced two, which I found kind of interesting. They just let's see if I can find it. Here we go. This is what I really kind of find interesting right here. Is they were talking about the let me share my screen. The digital dollar. Have you guys heard of that? So they want to replace all the money and make it digital. Show you guys. Let me see if I can find another article before I open this one. U.S. Senate floats digital dollar. So let's see. This is from CoinDesk. Let's share the audio. So they were talking about the digital dollar today. I kind of found that interesting during this time. So I believe this is going to get passed. If now, definitely. If not now, definitely soon. So I'm gonna put this article for you guys up. So the bill is not proposing a crypto dollar, but a digitalized version of the existing dollar. So I don't know how I feel about that. Honestly, I really don't know. Um, what's up, Trooper Scooper? I'm trying to get me some guests too next week. Here we go from JFP. Coronavirus stimulus offered by House Financial Services Committee creates new digital dollar. So I'm not sure how I feel about it. Let's see. My county has 107 positive tests out of 800,000 people from Richard Lee. But are they testing everybody? That's the main question. What's up, Trooper Scooper?
What's going on, brother man?
Because it's not easy. It's not easy. I don't know how it is in other states, but it's definitely not easy for us to get the tests here in Chicago. The only people I really be seeing getting the test online is mainly the rich people, the celebrities, the athletes. I really didn't care for the hunt, the Invisible Man. We're good. Let's see. There are several tests out there. Don't let them do the big Q-tip up the nostril. Ouch. From JF Price. Who this? Technology King?
Yeah, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
What's up? What's going on?
Not much. How you doing?
I'm good, man.
How you feel about the digital dollar?
I don't like that too much.
I don't know how to feel about it.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
It's kind of. It's like I really don't own it. Almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like having that green money in my hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Steve, you heard anything about the super boxes? Like, it's like I was doing some research on it, and it's saying that you don't have to pay for no IPTV service. You don't have to pay for nothing that's in there. Like they got a live IPTV.
I
Just
don't
pay for
trust
the
stuff
box.
like that. I don't even trust it because you know what happens is not saying anything bad about them. I don't even know them, but it's like people be like, "Oh, lifetime this," and nothing's a lifetime. It's like
Yeah,
nothing's a
especially in the world of IPTV.
Yep. So
The funny thing, how much is the box?
Probably about 200 because I don't even know
probably
because they
about three
sold
hundred.
out. Oh, all right, they sold out on Amazon.
I'm sure they did. They got a bunch of stuff like that. But when I just think about it, I just you just never know. Anything can happen.
Hey Steve, what's the name of your chair, man? I'm digging that joint.
This the that Killer Bee chair I showed y'all.
Alright, I'm gonna look that up. I need it in red though.
We're almost on total lockdown here in Cleveland. I mean, we on lockdown, but it don't seem like it's lockdown. You know, it ain't enforced yet. We are
Yeah, here
becoming
here in Philly is enforced.
is enforced
Yeah, we can't even go to like the corner store.
for real.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna get enforced everywhere before it ends.
I'm mad. I gotta get some fire sticks. I'm at to order them. I'm used to going to Best Buy, grab and go.
Big quick, you could go to Prime Now. I'm telling y'all that Prime Now is real good. Let me see. That Prime Now is real good if you need stuff the same day. And you can have the delivery sit like on time. They got like time increase where you could pick like that.
They just came out with that. I ain't know nothing about that. This first I'm
No,
hearing
that's
of
been
that.
out. Prime Now been out. Prime Now been out at least a year. Let me see if they got them. Let me see. I'm gonna let you know right now. Yeah, they got them.
Oh yeah, I'm on that. Thanks a lot, Steve. Yeah,
Yep, it's
send it right
Prime
into
Now.
the show. I'm gonna grab them, John.
They deliver it the same day. Hope it's not like digital software. It's just I don't feel I don't know. I don't know how to feel. I guess it could go a good way as far as how you paying for stuff. You always have your money on you, but it's just you're not in control of your money. Everybody stay in and stay healthy. My cousin bought two, and they're both overheated, shutting down. See what happens too. You know, people might get like you don't know what devices they're using because sometimes you know not everybody, but you got times some people might get like the cheapest thing they can find.
Yeah, like them Chinese bots.
Yeah, then just load so much on it, and then there's no telling how much how long it lasts.
It ain't gonna be lasting. There ain't no updates.
What's up,
Yeah, that's right.
Sean?
True.
I haven't seen Sean in a minute, but it was somebody who asked a question too. I, I passed it up. I can't remember. It was a good question too. In this crisis, where do you see streaming laws and internet speeds? AT&T stopped unlimited Wi-Fi from going from Rob. I think didn't they push the thing where they can switch? What was that called? I can't remember what it's called. But
No throttling.
yeah, they could
Slow it
but
down anytime.
they could switch. I think they could do it in a case by case. Like before, they had to pretty much stay at one like level of where they wanted to be at. But I believe they can switch your speeds on you unless you do have like a contract with them. But it depends how long this lasts. You know, if this lasts a couple of months, a few months, I don't see nothing, no major, like as far as price changing happening.
Yeah, that I hope that don't happen.
Yeah, but if it lasts a long time, like you know, if we still feeling the effects for this for like a year or so, yeah, stuff will go up. People gonna take advantage of it. You know, I was reading, um, I was reading people were angry because you know you got a lot of people going to the stores and buying up everything up and reselling it. And people were mad at these people because they were taking advantage of the time. And I understand that, like, why you're mad, but it's like this is a capitalist world. So they learning from the people who are supposed to be in charge. Because you got they doing it all over the place. You know, you got bigger, you know, you got the big companies charging more for gloves. They're charging more for all this other stuff because it's in demand right now. You know, that's the states are almost in competition with each other. So if when they're in competition and people need these supplies, the price goes up, and that's not right. But it's happening.
Yeah, I seen a can of Lysol go from $6 to $15.
Yeah, yeah, they selling the stuff, man, and it's kind of crazy, but it's just the way it is. That's the way they operate. So if you got the big businesses and you got the I'm trying to think of the word, not government, but you got the big businesses making money, more money by any means necessary. Of course, you're gonna have the people making money. They're gonna try to make the money too. What's up, Urban Kings? Steve, did you look at that YouTube channel I showed you last week? I believe I did, John.
Hey
Hey,
Steve, what you feel about TV Mate, the program? Cause I was considering buying the pro version. I just
the
was a
TV
little,
mate.
yeah, a little
I don't know if I
skeptical
used
still.
that one.
Yeah, you can just basically, if you have the MR
Yeah, I
M3U.
did. I did use it. It was okay. It's good. It's cool.
Oh, all right, yeah, because I'm thinking about getting it because
What,
I
get the
need a good
pro
guide.
pro version?
Yeah, the pro version. Yeah.
Say Philly and surrounding counties on lockdown. Um, I believe the whole country got the on curfew. I work at a hospital and they only have 6 testing kits. Wow.
Oh yeah, that's. Phew.
So that's the problem too. Like I said, there's a lot of people here that's not being tested. I think they really want to wait though. Uh, like they got a big, huge problem in where's that? New York. I think it's New York. Yeah, New York. New York. They got, and there's another. Where else they was having a problem at? I can't remember, but New York for sure. And they, um, I guess they got the most cases, but they only got the most cases because they're testing there. I do feel once they start testing here, cases might be high, but I don't think the people I've seen with it, it's not a lot of people that I know of. That what I'm seeing. I don't know for sure, but they said pretty much over 90% of the people that died were over. I think they were over 70 or something like that. So, but still, you don't want nobody to die.
Yeah,
you,
definitely.
you don't want nobody to die. You don't want to say goodbye to your grandparents or your mother, your dad because of a virus. We're on total lockdown in Cleveland. We don't lock down here, but it just don't. I'm trying to clarify. We are on lockdown, but it just don't feel like lockdown because you can still, like, if I wanted to right now, I can go to the store.
Yeah, here in Philly, they shutting the public school system down for the rest of the year.
Yeah, we been shut the schools. We shut the schools, I believe. Was it last week?
Yeah, we shut the schools, but intention on going back. But now
Oh,
the
yeah.
now the the people said that basically they're not going back for the whole
Oh,
year.
I think we did that too. Because we had a date at first that was like the end of this month, I believe.
Yeah, and then they just got on the news and was like, "Nah, we done
So
for
I
the
wonder
year."
what's going to happen. Are the kids going to be able to finish school,
I,
or are they just going to be promoted to the next grade?
I mean, I know my kids had a long package, so they still doing work on apps and like the package from school.
They
So
need to watch
teaching.
that too, because this what could happen too. Say this lasts a while, right? This lasts a while. Who's this? What's up, the real?
What's up, Steve? How you doing, bro?
All right.
What's up, bro?
Say this lasts a while with the schools being shut down. and they start giving, like Technology King said, he got the big packet. They're doing the apps and stuff like that. Say they start the computer thing.
Yeah, they did over here. We got
They started it. They
yeah,
haven't started it here yet.
yeah, we got computers and iPads.
If that goes well, man, especially with some of the problems they be having with teachers as far as negotiating contracts.
Nobody go to school. Everybody be home.
Yeah, they're gonna start or they're gonna start putting the big computer in the classroom, man. You're gonna have a teacherless thing. What you been up to, the real? A mic off.
Yeah, just living. Trying to get past all this. I gotta hit that workplace come Monday.
You gotta hit the workplace.
Yeah. They
Oh,
say we are essential, but I've been kind of like playing it off. I ain't got nobody to keep my kids.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
that's the problem with a lot of people facing. Uh, it's just a bad situation, man. It's a
Yeah.
bad situation, and I'm hoping it get fixed because probably in like a month, you're gonna have some people that's gonna run out their money, and it's gonna be ugly. You know,
Right.
society already got you with the prices so high that people are almost living check to check. You know.
Yeah. I mean, if you're living a check to check already, right? Like just play this. Two parent household. You both of y'all work, and we just gonna say both of your kids in daycare and they of school age. If everything's in pretty much shut down, if your kids are both in school, you gotta find daycare for those, right?
Yep, you gotta find daycare.
You gotta find daycare. That's gonna put you out your bracket as far as your money wise because you already living check to check.
Yep, and then it's people that's increasing the prices of the daycare.
That too.
Yep, so
Then
they're taking
then
advantage of the moment.
then you have to take into account that if you can find that daycare.
Yeah,
Because I know in my area, like some of these daycares, they don't have any openings.
no,
Depending on the age of your kid, you know what I'm saying? So like say if you did have your kid in daycare and you was doing the before and after care, that's such and such. But with y'all don't hear all that, do you? Y'all hear that? But so y'all hear. I'm sorry, but anyway,
okay,
so you say that okay with the shutdown and everything, and but the schools especially, you need full time care before you and your spouse or whoever that's in your household can so y'all two can go to work.
yeah,
If you're doing all that, um you're not having before and after school care. You have that in between too. That's going to increase your daycare. Can you afford that?
and it's high.
A lot of people can't afford that. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's you have to debate. Am I going to go to work, make what I make, and try to shortcut this bill for that bill? Because now, like I said, you got another bill because you got to pay extra on these daycares
Yeah,
if you already had them. We just saying if you already had them in there. Now,
hmm
say you didn't have them in there, you got to pay that registration fee, that yearly fee that some of them have for whatever they got some other name for it, and then you still have your week to week fee. You know, and, and,
Oh, you
and
gotta
for
pay
my
that. You gotta pay for the year and the week to week fee.
well, you got a yearly fee regardless of for me, I got a yearly fee
Hmm.
regardless. That's kind of like your registration fee.
Oh,
You
then
know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
like say if I pay $200 every week, come the time that I register them to begin with is my new registration fee
mm.
or whatever you want to call it. You know, that's extra money. But if you don't have all that, like how can you do that? How can you justify sending your kids to daycare and you going and making less every week than what you can afford?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like you're in a hard you really are in a hard place.
Yeah. You know
If
how
you
it,
if
it,
you don't have any type of extra income hustle going on some type of way, you really messed up.
you really messed up.
Yeah,
It's a bad situation. It's a
it
bad,
definitely is.
and then you're gonna have a lot of people. Like I said, in the next month, if it keeps up like this, where people can't get to work, it could be an ugly situation, man. I put the things on my doors now. You just
You
never
right
know.
about that.
You telling, when I think of people, I think of like the animals on the animal planet. And one thing a person gonna do, they're not just gonna sit there and be hungry and die. It's not gonna happen. So, I hope it gets fixed up.
That's true.
I hope it does. It's gonna be
Looking.
Trooper called it. Trooper did call it. I ain't gonna lie. Trooper called it. Bama said I'm about to smoke this. The liquor store is open. Yeah, the liquor store is open here.
Nah, it's closed here.
Yeah, all the liquor stores open to what at 9 o'clock, and then they close everything down.
They got the weed dispensaries open.
They got
Yeah,
it in
they,
certain
they open.
areas here.
Yeah, they open to 9 o'clock over here too.
They had like a huge line. I was like, that's more than 10 people, but they getting their money.
I got a friend that smokes every day, and every day he goes. He said, "You never know. I gotta get enough supply."
They just got that in Chicago, the dispensaries. King Dose said liquor stores stay open. He said the people in New York City aren't listening.
No, and then you got Trump saying that he's gonna put everybody back to work for Easter. He's trying to kill everybody for Easter.
Yeah, he did say that. Well,
That ain't gonna happen.
it's this the situation. It's so messed up because it's like the real said. You really don't know what to do because it's like you want to stay protective, you want to stay inside, but
Family
people
got eat.
struggling like the real said. People having a hard time, And then people, I heard certain people say, well, people need to save up more and stuff. Cost of living is just to the extreme for some things. What happens, every time they increase minimum wage, they increase cost of living. And then your wage that you used to live in a certain way, you still at that wage. And now it's like your dollar is less more now. So it is a lot of people struggling out here, man. That's the one good thing. I really didn't want to be out here at work, but I need to work. I had to work, So Trump probably Trump probably looking at the situation and he like, these people are gonna go crazy in another month. So that's why he's probably talking about that.
Yeah, but the experts is talking about it's not good for them to open everything back up because this is just not safe. They don't know.
No,
where
it's
to
not
go.
safe. It's not safe at all. But what can we do? I mean, the only thing we could do is shut down, like
They
China.
need to get that stimulus
You have to
popping
get the stimulus. Yeah.
and get us some money in the pocket. Them people wouldn't mind so much.
That's
It
why he
might
don't
not
want
be
to.
what you're used to, but at least something.
That's
Half
why
a
he don't
loaf
want
is
to.
better as nothing.
He don't want to do that. He
You
don't want to
you
give people free money.
you can't go by what they had planned. You know what I'm saying? Like the initial stimulus plan that they had wasn't really benefiting us in the way that we thinking. Oh, like okay, well, we getting $1,000, but really,
That ain't shit.
honestly,
$1,000.
honestly, for me, $1,000 wasn't gonna do nothing.
And basically, that money, that stimulus money, is money that you already have worked for.
Exactly. Because you got
That's
to look at it
rent.
like this. Like if you
$1,000 is rent.
Yeah,
if,
that's money.
if a person is at a company and y'all
That's
got
mortgage.
y'all already got like say vacation time. They making y'all take that vacation. So they're not really paying you anything. That's your damn money.
Yeah,
That's your money.
It's your money.
that's what
That's
my
money
job
that they
told
was
me.
gonna
You gotta take your
vacation.
time. And I was like, that's your money. So it's like
They're not giving you anything.
nothing.
So like we as people need to look at the bigger object of that. I'm kind of glad that they denied it. Let's revamp like what's going on with that and benefit the people. Don't benefit the people like the companies. How that's gonna not if people really looked into it.
I
Like I seen
hope
people
they
on
do.
my
I
timeline
hope they do
that,
some help with the small businesses though.
nah, you know that ain't gonna
It's gonna be a
happen.
lot of it's gonna be a lot of small businesses here in the city that won't be able to reopen. What's up, Hustler TV?
What's up, Chief? How you doing?
Pretty good. It's gonna be a lot of businesses that's not gonna
What's up,
be
J
able
Mac?
to have it. It's gonna be a lot. It's a mess of situation. So now it's like, what can you do? Because he said he want to open back up by Easter. Because he know if people don't get no money, it's gonna be ugly.
Yeah, you're not spending anything.
But he's trying to kill people.
I mean, if it stays shut down, that's gonna kill people.
Either way.
Either way.
Do you open it? Do you open it for everybody to go back to work and get sick and make it worse?
I don't. I mean, I would rather take shut down everything. I don't want to, but I would rather do that. But then you gotta think about it. If people don't have no money, what they gonna do?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Man, you're gonna have it's gonna be an ugly situation.
It's gonna be a lot of
People just
robbery.
not gonna sit in the kitchen and starve to death.
Well,
You're gonna have hungry people looking at some of the other people that's eating, and they're gonna want to eat too. That's just what it is.
Yeah. But then I was listening to the news earlier today, like here in Ohio, they set up something like, say, for example, he say, okay, everybody go back to work.
Okay.
So you may still have people that's sick. But what they're doing is all the major businesses or any business period, they have to set up something whereas before people come back to work, that facility has to be fully clean. Now, if you go back to work and you get sick and you have the coronavirus, then that job or that vendor has to send you home. But they also give you the chance to file the unemployment, which is automatically going to get you money because you reported sick. Now, a lot of questions people asked today was like, okay, so if I do that, what if my employer says you're not getting any unemployment because you came back to work? Well, they set it up with the unemployment where if that happens, you report your job. Okay, they sent me home because I'm sick. And now they're saying I can't get unemployment. When you report that job, the unemployment goes after that job automatically to get your unemployment.
So this is what I say. So if you go to work and you ain't sick and you get sick at work, who's going to be responsible for you getting sick at work?
That's what I'm saying. If they're forcing everybody to go back to work quicker than what they're supposed to, and this virus is still out there, it's a possibility you can still catch it.
Well, the rule number one of any business or a company that has workers is to ensure a safe and healthy working environment. And it's really not possible to right now.
Right.
Well, I'm wondering, are they opening up themselves for lawsuits? But that's why I think like here they're not testing nobody. That's probably the reason why they're not testing too many people. You call your doctor, they just say go home. They pretty much don't want to see you until you almost on the deathbed.
On the deathbed.
Shit, everybody from New York is coming up here.
You said everybody from New York was coming up here?
Yeah.
They not testing. I think I had over it's about over 2,000 workers where I'm at, 10,000.
Mm-hmm.
I think I heard about maybe between 3 to 5 people got tested. So you figure 10,000 workers, it's gotta be some more than more people positive.
And just think about all the college students that's on spring break, and they just want to gather and do spring break.
Mm-hmm.
They already asked them, please end your spring break and go home.
Ooh,
One
yeah.
got on there and said, well, if I get sick, I get sick.
I didn't even think about that when they go home.
Mm-hmm.
All going home to different places.
Yeah.
It's a bad situation, man.
That is.
I was reading too how long it can live. I was like, it can live on metal, it can live on that. It's airborne a certain distance. I'm like, I'm just glad. The one thing to be happy about is the mortality rate ain't too bad.
Right.
But I was watching that video with Bill Gates when he said he pretty much said the militaries all over the world are spending all this money on weapons and nuclear, whatever, all this money on weapons. But he said pretty much said the future big war will be fought pretty much by like the viruses and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's scary. This really show you.
That it is.
This really show you how just imagine if it was like worse as far as more people dying.
Right.
It'd be like that one movie. What was that movie? Outbreak.
Yeah.
I watched Outbreak again.
Mm-hmm. And they bringing back all these old, just like you said, they bringing back all these old movies and TV shows that dealt with this stuff.
Does anybody know someone personally that has COVID-19? I know 2 people that I don't know them, but I got 2 coworkers who got it, and I'm guessing more than that got it. It's just people not testing.
It's just like Steve said earlier about the people capitalizing like on the streaming community right now. People is loving, IPTV services is going out the roof. That's just same thing with them bringing them old movies back because
I
now
mean,
people
streaming, but
wanna watch it.
everything else suffering.
Yeah.
I mean, stuff that you could do to sit at home, they capitalizing, but everything else ain't making no money like that. You see them more sales than Black Friday right now.
Right.
Man, I was looking at that stuff. I wanted to buy it, but I just couldn't buy it, man. I was like, I never know. I could lose my job at any time messing with this stuff.
That part right there.
So I can't buy it. I can't spend no unnecessary money.
And look at all
on that.
look at all the movies they got to put out on live stream or video or on a platform like any platform that you use for movies because they can't make it in it. They can't put it in theaters.
They can't put it in theaters.
Right.
Man, hackers gonna love that, J Mac.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can you imagine getting a crystal clear copy
Right.
from the
What it
movie
is,
theater?
what I tell people this all the time. Pretty much people like you said, the hackers. That's pretty much the minority, though. It's still the minority because you got people who still gonna spend their money.
Right.
They still will make some money with it. It's better than just taking the loss, So they got no choice. So, especially with people streaming in the way they is, I'm surprised. All them gaming companies that left Geforce now.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely would have gave Geforce permission to put my stuff back on there now.
Yep.
Ain't no way.
Cable companies about to lose more subscribers because they can't afford to pay no $300, $400 cable bill.
What they gonna do is they gonna just extend the bills.
Yeah, that's what they do. Mm-hmm.
They're gonna extend the bills because they really got no choice. People gonna probably start calling in, and I know they put the utility cutoff on hold here.
They did that here too. Yep.
Yeah, but that's just a tab. So when we get back on, you got to pay how you weigh. It ain't like they're giving
They
you
gonna have to give you some time though to pay it. it's gonna have to be because
Mortgage, they did it with everything. Mortgage, all that. Every utility.
But
yeah,
you know, like you said,
get-
it's gonna have to work out something because if your lights are on the verge of getting cut off, they would already know it's going to take more than 2 weeks for you to get at least 2 pays within that month to try to help you catch up.
yeah,
So they just can't go cut you off because you ain't paid a bill. They looking at what you said earlier, a lawsuit. We went through coronavirus. Now you gonna cut my lights off?
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's funny too because I think I owed the gas company. I owed them like $100,
Mm-hmm.
and right before they did that utility holdout, they were calling me the phone. So they was probably calling all their customers, trying to get as much money as they can because before they do the utility things were froze.
Right.
I'm still gonna keep up with mine though, because I don't trust digging a hole, but just like Hustler TV said, they're gonna have to give you some time to get everything settled down.
And I don't know about y'all, but have y'all noticed that what you call them? What you call those people that call you and try to sell you stuff? Those calls ain't coming through like they used to.
Nah, they're not coming down no more. You got the official businesses calling you though. It's been official businesses calling you.
Credit folks.
Mm-hmm.
But I heard of people. I heard about phone companies extending bills.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised. I haven't heard nothing about the internet, but they might be. You don't want to lose your customers.
No.
And the thing is, you got so much competition out here. So if you shut your one customer down, then you got your competition looking like, listen, look at how many customers he letting go.
Right.
They're gonna grab that customer and give them a free month or so.
Yep.
So I'm pretty sure everything. Comcast kicking out free Wi-Fi in Maryland hotspots. About to be the purge for real. I don't know, man. It's gonna be crazy, man.
Yep.
I think that's the reason why he really wanna get everything rolling around by Easter. It's just a bad, what would you choose to do? It's a messed up situation.
But I don't see how you can put a timetable on it.
You can't put a timetable.
Especially when you get your, what is it called? He called the Surgeon General, who came out and said this is going to be the worst week or something like that at this time. So if you predicting stuff like that, you can't just say, "Oh, we're going to try to open the country back up at Easter."
No, it's no timetable. No timetable. You see what China did. China closed everything.
Yeah.
Everything, and man, you gotta give them their credit where it was due. They got the worker that was out there spraying stuff every day, so they down to 0 cases now. I think it's gonna take that type of effort everywhere.
Yeah.
But the problem is, can the country hold off for it? And then
the way Trump is greedy for money.
Even with the stimulus checks, how much is $1,000?
It's not. Like I've heard some people say, $1,000 won't cover the basic thing like daycare.
Yeah.
So if you got to put that on something towards like that it helped that much. Then you still got to survive. Like, where am I going to get my groceries from? I got to save up for my mortgage or my rent. So it helps, but it doesn't help.
I mean, anything helps, but it's like,
is it gonna get you back on your feet and put you in a comfortable situation? No.
It'll put some food in your belly for a minute. And then when you get it, you're not gonna be thinking about no bill. You're gonna be thinking about survival needs.
Yep.
So I don't know, man. It's a messed up situation. Mikey Mike said companies can't function if everybody is sick. Yep. And then I worked with some companies in the past, that won't even let you come to work sick. I don't know what's wrong with these modern day companies, but they just got the mentality of
Next man
come
up.
to work, come to work, come to work, no matter what.
Right.
You know, companies in the past, man, if you were sick, they don't want you at work because you can get somebody else sick.
Right.
But I don't know.
What's up, Maurice Plummer?
I really don't got the answer for it. Thanks for the $2 super chat, Kenneth Mullen, MS7 showing some love.
What's up, Kenneth? Good looking out.
What's up, Kenneth?
What kind of information are you looking for?
He said that's chump change. People, no people own old stacks.
So here's the question: is that 1,000 a weekly thing? Is that a monthly
I heard it was like
thing?
2 weeks.
Just one time thing or whatever?
I heard it was a 2-week thing. It was like 2 weeks.
Nah, they gotta come better than that.
Cause I'm like a monthly thing. That ain't did nothing for me. You know, you actually might put me up on the up and up if you hit me with 1,000 a week.
Yeah.
You know, you might.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That'd be nice. But it's not gonna happen. Then you better believe all that money they're giving us. Oh, it's coming back.
Oh hell yeah, you're gonna get hit with
Right,
the tax.
they ain't giving you nothing
Taxes.
free.
So you hit that first check.
Yeah, they just giving you basically an advance.
Yeah,
Right.
Like a credit card.
that's what it is. It's pretty much an advance.
And then, but how much that interest gonna be?
You know, tell
You
them.
know,
Off
that's the
the
question.
meat rack.
But
I
there's
don't,
also
think it's gonna
like
be too bad. I don't think they're gonna hit us with no interest though, because it's gonna be. It's like it'll be too much in the public eye if they do that. You're gonna have a lot of mad people.
Good night, Shona.
Let's see. New movies is always a plus for streamers. I work from home every day and still need a day off. Make sure you have gloves and a mask from Octavia.
She looked just like you, bro.
Let me see. The Real and Hustler TV. What's up, show now? Tim.
What's up, Charles Kramer?
Says CDC test did not work, so they don't know how many people affected. A lot of people don't even got the test.
Right.
So only people that's getting tested conveniently is gotta be a millionaire almost. You gotta play some sports or something, man.
Yeah. And Ms. Octavia broke it down right. I think that's what I heard too. The true amount of the stimulus was $5 trillion, broken down 1 million and 4 million for the businesses. So they're gonna bail out those businesses first.
Yeah. But you know what? They gotta protect these small businesses too.
Yeah.
They just don't know how much they profit from small businesses. So it's like if you let all these small businesses go away, it's gonna hurt the economy.
Right.
And thanks for the $20 super chat, Valerie. It's gonna hurt it's gonna hurt. So I don't think they really looking at it, but you just can't protect these big companies.
Right.
They need to give all their workers their normal wages. And then here's the problem too with that too. I agree, but then it's like, are certain companies making more? Like I know here in Chicago, they gave the retail workers, I think they got like an extra $3 an hour for work. But you got some businesses that's working still, but they suffered a decline. I think we down about 50 to 60% in profits right now
Mm-hmm.
that we used to get. So it just depends. You know,
That's
I
like
think I think
Amazon.
everybody should be getting paid hazard pay right now.
Yeah, that's just like Amazon. Amazon noticed all these people that are out of work, going on unemployment, and they just put up a sign, "We're hiring."
Yeah.
So with Amazon, yeah, they're going to cut out that 2 day shipping right now just to ship everybody the most important needs, but they're going to hire up a bunch of people.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one thing that made me think, like, okay, if you're hiring up these mass people, are you going to test them before they start working, or is it going to be a bunch of mixed people that are okay and people that are sick and they're working?
They not. But the thing is, they should. Everybody should get tested. But here's the problem: they don't even know what type of environment they're coming in because the people that's still working haven't be tested.
Right.
And that's the reason why so many workers are going untested.
Mm-hmm.
You got companies just pretty much saying, "Stay home if you feel sick."
Right.
How about you test me? How about you test me if I'm sick? Make sure I got it or don't got it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I do got it, if you do got it, you could talk about it. That's almost would that be considered workers' comp?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think that's the reason why none of these companies, I don't see them testing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be something to see in the future because it's going to be a lot of lawsuits come about over this.
Right.
Because
I
what
see,
they
I see one guy say Amazon is increasing overtime pay from time and a half to double time. I can see companies doing that and people actually going for it. Like, hey, well, I'm gonna go on to work to make this double time instead of this time and a half.
But
Mm-hmm.
But I see,
they're making so much money right now too. Amazon,
right,
all these retail places making money right now.
they can actually probably triple your time and still be okay. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you got some companies that's not even doing that.
Nah, you got a lot of companies that's not doing well at all.
You got no, I see what you saying, but I see you got big companies
Mm-hmm.
that's not increasing it like what he's saying.
Oh yeah, they increasing it.
Some of them not though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
and
Some of
mine
them.
haven't.
they making good money.
So
Mine haven't.
here's my question as far as that. Like, I work for a big company. I ain't gonna say no names, but it ain't no. I work for a big company, but I'm through a temp service on that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when it went down, the week before last, that A with the daycare and all this, I ain't got no daycare. What do I do? I don't have no vacation time with said company. And then through the temp service, they act like they ain't got it all, which I already know they ain't got it all. But like, say I called in all of last week, I ain't got daycare, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I called in Monday. They hit me up and was like, "Hey, well, you didn't submit no time." Well, I didn't go to work last week,
Mm-hmm.
so they wanted to know what I'm gonna do for this coming up week and whatnot. I was like, "Well, if I don't find no daycare, I'm not coming in either. I mean, I can't just leave my kids at home. They 8 and 3. I'm not trying to go to jail over something as simple as that. You know what
No,
I'm saying?"
it's too dangerous.
Exactly.
Kids at home.
So she was like, well, the lady that called me, she was saying, well, I don't have anything to do with that. I'm just payroll only. I understand. So a few hours later, I had another one call me and she was like, well, what you gonna do? She was basically telling me that through the temp service that um they can't keep me on their books
Mm.
for more than 2 weeks without pay.
Mm.
So, as far as I know, my kids are out of school until the 6th, in which tonight, they extended it to the 24th or the
Yeah.
25th or whatever. They extended school gonna be out to April 25th,
Or
right?
longer.
So how does that play if this if this temp service can't keep me on their books? Basically, they telling me if I don't have my ass in by work on Monday, I'm fired.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what the lady told me. She didn't say that, but she said, "Hey, I need you on work Monday."
It's a
You
bad
know,
situation.
I'm shorted 2 weeks of work. I mean, pay. I'm not bugging about it because I have my ways of having finance and all that, but still, how can I keep my job? You see what I'm saying though? Like,
Yeah.
how is
It's a
that?
big issue with the daycares. It's affected a lot of people.
Yeah, and you know what though? Like, here's the thing on the daycares. Like, I got, like I said, I have a 3-year-old and an 8-year-old. My 3-year-old goes every day from like 6:30 to 5 something or whatever every day. Now they implemented, as far as here, all they implemented was, hey, we're not letting the parents inside the door. If you have to pay or bring your child, hey, we're taking the temperature of the kids, making
Oh,
sure
so
they
your
don't.
official daycares, they still open?
Hell yeah. I hear. Hell
Wow.
yeah. That's the thing about
Wow.
your mayor. That comes into play from your mayor of your county and the governor of your city.
All the daycares closed down here. All
Nah.
of
See, that's y'all upper leadership.
them.
Now, if we had a president that did what he's supposed to do and not depend on these governors and whatnot to demand what they need to do and not reflect on, say, hey, well, this is a re-election and I'm not trying to get elected out. You see what I'm saying?
I
That's how
think
I look at things.
I think he about to. I, it's so I
They
don't
should
know.
have been did that though.
He ain't
They could
about
have
to
been
not.
did that. But
Yeah, he about to. I think he about to. Because at first he was talking about shutting everything down.
Yeah, he's
he
not too much.
did it then.
Now he talking about everybody going the normal way again. It's just crazy.
Listen, I
Then
had
you
to go
got to go to work and come
pay daycare.
back home.
I had to go pay daycare for this coming up week, and my kids are not gonna even be there. I'm not comfortable sending my kids to the daycare
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
because
a
Right.
of
crazy place.
what's going on.
You shouldn't be.
So that's what I'm saying though. Like, and then one of the daycares was like, well, hey, well, the director is not closing down because um they telling them that you need to have 10 kids or less, and we don't have that much room. Well,
Mhm.
in my opinion, shut it down.
So you know what they did here? What they did here, they put a first. He was like, the governor said, only we're going to shut down the daycares, but if you really need to take your child, take your child. Now that he didn't put that stay-at-home rule in, the only people who can actually take their kids to a daycare if they are essential workers. Essential workers.
We don't have none open. So it's like if you got kids and you dependent on daycare,
Mm-hmm.
eh, you can't go to work.
Yeah.
You can't go to work. Then
Forget, forget it. Over here, this is no state fault. Over here, they'll fire you for anything. You used to tell you they tell you be at work on Monday. You ain't coming to work on Monday. They can fire you like that. No ifs, ands, or buts. If you're not in the union, you're gone.
it's a lot of jobs laid off workers here.
And at the same time, I see. a lot of companies putting out ads. Hey, they need workers immediately.
Yep.
Yeah, you got stuff. The
Yep.
retail stores hit it, killing it right now. You know, retail, grocery.
What restore? What restore?
The
What
real
store
yeah.
you need outside of? Like I went in Walmart the other day, right? And I was
Yeah.
like, they should really shut off the clothing area. Anything that's not dealing with essential items,
Mhm.
like maybe you of course like the grocery area, and then maybe pharmacy.
Nah, they ain't gonna do that. They
They're
all
not gonna
about
do
I'm
that
that.
talking
money.
about the pharmacy. They need to shut all that other. You don't need all that though, bro. Where you going that you need clothes? Hey, you
Yeah.
shut down in your house. You need to have your ass at your house. Where you need listen.
I
I'm
used to
gonna
work
say
for them,
this, but
bro.
I probably said, where you need some new drawers at, bro?
Maybe they want to do their TikToks the real.
No,
Maybe they want to be fresh from
I seen them
TikTok.
open the store with two
you need to
associates
make you some drawers.
in a snowstorm. Two associates.
My daughter was trying to get me to do TikTok.
Listen, snowstorm might be different, but we not in them times. We not in that. You don't need no new drawers for this. If not, go back.
Tim said.
I'm
Tim
just saying,
said.
like I seen people all in the clothing area and all that. Listen, go in here, get the food you need if you can find it, because like we got at least 2 or 3 Walmarts within 10 miles of us. And they ain't got nothing.
They all sold out. So that's what I'm thinking
All sold
too.
out.
Are
Can
they
you imagine how it's
restocking the
gonna be on the
shelves and
first?
selling out, or are they just not stocking the shelves?
I don't know, bro.
Nah, they sold out.
They
They,
sold,
they
like
selling it, but are they like selling out? Is it due to too many people coming all at once all the time, and they keep on stocking it back and selling out, or is they just
Well,
not getting no
majority
delivery?
of their stuff come from not food, but majority of their clothing, or they come from China. And once China say I'm not distributing nothing, that mean they ain't get no truck.
here you talking clothes. I'm not talking clothes is everywhere. The food is listen. I went maybe 3 days ago, and all they had, like what on our Walmarts, like on the wall. I'm gonna say the wall side, like you like have the hamburger meat, the chicken, or whatever. And
Mhm.
in the middle, you're gonna still have some of the same products, but they're already like the Walmart brand, the Tyson brand, and all that kind of stuff. Only thing they had in the center aisle was brisket.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
say like in the little center thing, that's all they had was brisket. I'm not trying to fucking barbecue.
yeah, I feel you.
That's all I do. You can do with brisket. I don't do brisket. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying, like, and then you had people all over the store. Listen, come in here, get what you need, and get your ass out of here.
But you got a lot of people panicking,
Yeah, the
You,
panic mode. Yep.
you do
and
got
then you
that,
got a lot of people taking advantage of the time. You know, they trying to buy, they gonna resell. You know,
but it's not benefiting them. Did y'all not see the one guy that seen? I mean, I get like how you see some people say, "Well, hey, well, this might pop off." Dude thought that sanitizer was gonna pop off, and then he went over there on Amazon and tried to sell it. Amazon shut his ass down.
that's because he don't got no. He could have got that sanitizer. All he had to do was go on Craigslist or offered up.
Hopefully he did, but I think he just went about it
Yeah,
the wrong way.
yeah. I heard about it.
You can't go over here on Amazon and sell it. I seen he was selling this stuff anywhere from $4 to $75. Come
Right.
on, man.
To
You can't
$75.
That price gouging.
$5. You can't upcharge that like that.
Nah, they ain't gonna let you do that.
No.
That's why Amazon blocked him, because he was overcharging. You gouging.
You know what I'm waiting to see? Like in Chicago, you always see people going around, you know, like with the candy and stuff, little stuff going around selling it and stuff like that. People, I'm gonna go. It's gonna be something to see if I see somebody rolling around with some sanitizers and stuff,
Oh,
hand
yeah. You gonna see it.
and some gloves.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, but it's just not. What do you say? Grocery stores here. It's just not them upselling like the companies. They upcharging the supplies too. Not like that, but they upcharging everything too because they don't got. Well, they say they don't have enough. So you got the states in competition with each other.
Yeah.
So whenever it's competition, the demand high, prices go up.
And that's one thing.
Go up and demand high.
That's one thing I couldn't understand. Like, who was it? Was it the governor of New York? One of them governors on the East Coast said, "Yeah, our hospitals are running low on supplies, like the gloves, the covers, and whatever they're low on." He said, "I had to call so many companies to bid for what I wanted."
You got to bid. You in competition.
And it shouldn't even be like that.
It shouldn't be like that.
Your country's in a crisis, but I got to bid on paying you what I need.
Yeah, it's a messed up situation.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wonder how because you got a lot of people that saying that they not getting the test. I wonder how are the tests paid for as well?
I don't know.
That I don't know. I don't know.
He
It's
said
like,
now there's a shortage of eggs. Luckily, I have chickens on my ranch.
oh well, you be straight then with the
You
chick.
straight. These are the good times when you living on a farm.
Mm-hmm. Got your own meat, everything.
What's up, Steve? Hope all is well in Colorado. Still need stockers in all stores, but yet had like 10,000 in unemployment in case. I'm like for real. People don't want to work though.
Yeah, like what I do. I mean, I've been okay because, like I said, I haven't been to work since what was that? The Friday before last. And
Mm.
so, I mean, I talked to the folks. I gotta show up to work by Monday, or I'm basically fired. That's the implications that I got.
Mm-hmm.
So Hustler TV asked this question: if you
But
forced to go back to work and you become infected, right?
Mm-hmm.
are they gonna pay for you?
Are they gonna pay for you?
That
Well,
was my
Will you receive workers' comp? Will you receive any type of compensation?
see that's what the governor did here. He said if that's the case, then your employer has to send you home. And what they did was in the unemployment here in Ohio, he said it's already set up. If we go back to work, you get sick and your employer sends you home, you automatically get unemployment.
But
No question.
what about now for the
Right
people?
now, you're getting
Right now.
right now too.
So
Basically,
so what happens if you die?
I can't answer all that.
But
thing.
okay, like you said if you get sick, what if they won't test you though?
That they haven't. He hasn't mentioned anything about that. But if you're sick, who's going to say that you don't have it?
But who's
You
gonna
got hospitals sending people home, telling them just go on bed rest.
diagnose
Yeah.
it?
Won't test them though.
Because
True.
they
But,
have the right equipment to diagnose you.
so you got to look at, okay. So if you really seriously got the corona and they send you home because you're sick, then just like you said earlier, you got lawsuits coming.
Okay, are you gonna be allowed to spend that money?
This what I'm afraid that's gonna happen with the companies dealing with the workers' comp and something like that. Say we get sick at work,
Mm-hmm.
you put in a claim. Will they fight you as far as since it's a virus? Because usually when you say you get hurt or injured at work, you need proof of what it happening at work.
Mm-hmm.
So who's to say they're not gonna try to fight you and say, hey, he had this before he came to work.
Right.
He had it outside of work. You know what I mean?
But okay, you got to look at it as a double-edged sword. If they try to fight you, okay, you. But if the governors put it in place that they can't fight it, then that employer is going to get in trouble because of that. He blatantly came out and said today, if the employer is not going to do that, then that employer is going to be investigated and they'll be in trouble for that. What the
Okay.
consequences are, I don't know, but it's
Question.
basically you're going to have to give it to them anyway.
Question is, okay, well, I kind of understand what you're saying, but if I go get it, I die, who gonna fight my case? Like,
Your family.
That's what you're
Your
saying.
I
family.
see my family doing it to an extent, but if man, that's some bull crap. I mean, that's
You're
just
not gonna die the real.
I'm not saying me. I'm just saying, if I go back to work come Monday, I contracted, I come home, I give it to my family.
Mm-hmm.
See, we're a family of four right here. If two at the four got it, and or I'm saying two more, so that'll be three of us got it more. You know what I'm saying? And one of us don't like how that pan out. Like, how can I, as a person, like say I went out and I went to work, I contracted this shit. How I'm gonna live with myself?
It's a
Just
bad situation.
because really you only going back to work for the money because you have to maintain that job.
Just imagine the people who taking care of the older people, like their mother or their grandpeople or something like that,
Exactly.
and they going to work and they got to come back. Like I personally haven't went to see my mother because I don't know.
Right.
They said you don't even need symptoms no more. You don't even have to have symptoms for it.
Because you don't know.
You don't know.
Everybody gonna be different. You see, they came out here this past week or weekend that it can last 17 days on a hard surface.
Mm-hmm.
They wasn't saying that before. It's like, oh, it don't last that long. It only lasts like 14 days. Well, what happened with them people on that cruise ship?
Right.
Or what
I
happened
heard
to
this already. I heard too. I read. I don't know how true it is. It's already people put in a lawsuit for the cruise ship
the shit they need to?
because I forgot what they said. Probably the from not insuring the I forgot what it was, but I heard they tried to do it. You don't know if they can win. I'm not, but it's a lot of people. That's why I'm scared. I don't want to give it to my mama or nothing.
Yeah, that's my biggest thing. I don't want to give it to my kids.
Yeah,
You know, I'm not as fortunate to have my folks out this way with me. But like my immediate family here, my husband and my two kids,
Mm-hmm.
like if I go to work and say get it or whatever it might be, even if I'm trying to um however you want to say, safety myself in it or out of it, like come home and you because I seen people talk about what they they nurses or doctors in the field and they come and they strip time they at the door, they do the sanitize, they go and shower immediately coming home. Can you say that's doing everything you possibly could and your family is still not subject to it?
where there's no way to stay 100% safe.
That's what I'm
It's,
saying.
it's impossible
You did
because it can live. It can live in too many different things.
right.
You could be on something. You don't even got to be next to people. It could be on some metal or anything. You just don't know. So I don't know.
Okay, now Ms. Andaria gets just posted a good question. She said, "How do you not recatch the virus being quarantined at home? Do you think most people will be what's that disinfected? Will disinfect everything good? Is that what you're trying to say?"
How
Hmm.
do you not recatch the virus? Being
Like,
quarantined at home? Do you think most people will disinfect everything that good?
like
I
you like
think.
you
I
and you
think.
expecting everything. I mean,
I
like shit, you might as well just lay still somewhere and not move.
But you know, it don't live forever. It don't live forever on everything though.
Yeah, but they saying 17 days. How you know what you ain't touched? If you that meticulous on what you didn't
What?
touch,
Isn't it up in the air too? Like,
that's
only
what
for
I
only
do.
for like a certain. It's got. I think
well, they
the
said it
the
could last in the
airport
air
only
for a
just
minute.
for a small distance.
Hmm.
So what you gonna be not breathing? Like you're not gonna be taking that breath of air?
Like
Like
if somebody got it and like sneeze type thing, the issue.
See, David says this would be a good way for him to be a reelected just because of the virus. He gave people $1,000 check and no other president. I want to take the responsibility right now. Listen, we as people can't be that stupid.
Right.
I want to ask y'all that's like really in the chat paying attention to what's going on in the world. If you got $1,000, what would it do for you? And I'm saying, I'm not saying $1,000 a week. We talking about $1,000 one time payment right now. What the hell would that do for you?
People got
nothing.
mortgage higher than $1,000.
That'll be
That was
toilet paper.
Your expenses and bills higher than $1,000.
Right.
that's the question though. But when you throw that out there, say, "Hey, I'm gonna send y'all $1,000."
I
Okay,
think if they do that, that's like last resort. Like they want people just to get food and surviving kit stuff. I mean survival
that's
stuff.
like somebody like what did it say? Red light district. What's 1,200? What's 1,200 a month?
Hmm.
You look. The average person we gonna say is a two-child income, one child, not one,
I got
not
one child and it's high.
one adult income with two kids.
Right.
Ooh.
Okay, take it back. Take it back to daddy, please.
My bills are like 2,400 a month.
That's what I'm saying. Like I misspoke. I misspoke. I'm saying you got a one parent, one person income with two kids. What the hell is $1,200?
Mm-mm.
1,200, 1,000? That ain't enough.
Right.
In Chicago,
On your regular job because people don't even want to pay y'all or pay us a minimum of 15 an hour.
in Chicago, they got studios rent that's $1,000.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
People, I mean, price of living here is crazy. So it's like,
Okay, so Charles said it's not just 1,000. It's on top of that. It's unemployment plus healthcare. Okay, when you talk about unemployment is going to depend on the state.
Yeah.
So if like we gonna say where I'm coming from, unemployment from Alabama ain't shit, and I'm
will
just
everybody be able to get unemployment though?
exactly.
Then everybody, you gotta go. You gotta be. It's going. Are they gonna pay us something special? Because people might not been able, at their job long enough to even get unemployment.
But see, still, even with that unemployment, even with they talking about $1,000, you gotta qualify for it.
You got to
Yeah.
qualify. Is unemployment offered for part-time workers?
I don't know.
I
I
think
Yes.
you
don't,
got to be absent a certain type of hours, ain't it?
they got to have so many hours, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
In the state of
yeah.
Pennsylvania, it is.
Unemployment won't. Part-time worker won't get it.
but you got a lot of people who not eligible even to get the unemployment. I don't know. I really don't know what to say, man.
See, that's what I'm talking about, red district. You know, you got a lot of people that are in housing. That $1,000 ain't going. In actuality, it might help you, but it might not help you, bro.
Hmm.
It might not help you. For a person like me, it's not gonna do $1,000, 1,200, 15 ain't gonna do nothing for me for that
Can
month.
Yeah, no, not no one time thing.
So if everything becomes regular by Easter, well, it ain't gonna become regular. It's still gonna be out here. But if everything open, the country open back up by Easter, would you be happy or?
No,
I'd be
No,
skeptical.
no.
because you still gotta take that risk. Okay, we go on a job, but then we got to bring that risk of coming back home and giving it to our family members or
That's
things like that.
So
I
y'all rather
rather
be
be broke
in the
and my
shutdown?
family safe. I'd rather be broke and my
He's like, you rather be-
trust
Yeah,
me,
yeah, definitely. I'd rather be broke
man,
too.
I'd rather be broke. Cause look, y'all gotta physically come take me out this motherfucking house. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But
I don't know. I look at
like
it.
at the end of the game, I can if everybody safe come 2-3 months from now, we can all kind of like
Come
uh
back.
yeah, we can all. I mean, it's gonna take us a minute to get back on our foot like we want to be, but we could probably do this hustle or do this hustle to catch up on this and to catch up on that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna be selling fire sticks out my back door. I know what I'm
Here's the problem too.
gonna do.
Here's the problem
Mhm.
too. Just like
Yeah, I
small
mean,
businesses,
hustle.
like
I hear
small
you. I hear
business,
you.
your hustles is gonna start becoming effective too, because people ain't gonna have no money to spend like that, or they're gonna be scared to spend their money on certain stuff.
Well, with this, I mean, this quarantine, man, cable is the way to go right now. Or
I
IPTV.
mean, now it is right now. But
Mhm.
say we go another month, 2 months, that
Other
money start becoming a little bit tighter and tighter and tighter.
people gonna be able to do that.
You probably won't. You be looking at you. You never know.
Hey, but you know what I look at too though? To kind of like promote what we do is we got the people we got right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
We got the people that are still out here paying these $200 and $300 bills. They gonna cut that short.
Yeah.
They gonna want this what we got,
Right.
and we
Yeah.
paying a fraction of the price. So you gonna get. I ain't gonna say you gonna get like no top numbers, but you should get an increase on your numbers of
Yeah.
I mean,
uh,
right now,
people.
streaming is increasing because people not used to being home like that.
Exactly,
Right.
exactly.
But
And people, you
I'm
got
just
people that
saying, in the future, once it becomes tighter, because even if they give the stimulus check, like he said, everybody not gonna get that check still.
right because you're
You
not
know
gonna.
what I mean? So it's going. I don't
Yeah, I
know.
think if you make 90,000, they said you ain't getting it a year.
Then what if you owe? If you owe them or something like that, will you still get the check? You just, I don't know.
Come
It'll be,
tax.
it's gonna be interesting.
You buckle up on your ass.
Hey, J Mac, has your sales increased on your fire sticks? Because I know you be
Just,
pushing. You usually have a
just,
box.
just this past week, I've been starting to get calls, just like we were just saying that here 3 seconds ago. People are noticing that, hey, my cable bill's high. I'm off work. So I've been getting some people calling like, hey, what can you help me with?
So this is what David Ty said. That's why you got to save money for hard times and just don't go buy stuff just because you want it. But here's the issue.
Sometimes you don't have that choice.
Sometimes you don't got no money left over to save.
Mhm.
Cost of living, it depends where you at. This
So they
cost of living here is so high.
say what the average person is supposed to have 3 months of savings, right? And is
Mhm.
that not what they say? What 2 to 3 months of savings?
Right.
If you're not making the money to even produce them 2 to 3 months of saving, how you get there?
You're not living comfortable unless you're making almost over 100,000 a year. To me,
Just depends on what you want in life on that one. But I feel you.
that's how I feel. Like as far
Like my yearly thing ain't that high, but I understand where you're coming from.
well, it depends. Well, I'm talking about where you at. I forgot where you at.
I'm in Texas.
So y'all price of living smaller.
Yeah, like our cost of living is not as high in Chicago. I
So
definitely.
what's like the average 2 bedroom there? Like
Oh, I don't know about that one.
you don't know?
I don't know about that because we came from Bama to here and we in the house. So I don't know what the 2 bedroom
Oh, you
cost.
don't know?
I,
But it's
I,
just
I they are average about 7, 8, maybe.
7, 8.
Don't get me lying on that.
But
800.
you looking, I don't know. I think it just depends where you located too, because
Right.
the
That's
price of
why,
living is off the hook.
like I said,
Yeah.
you paying 100,000 to live comfortable. I think it's a little lower,
Yeah, it's a little lower. I
but
could be pushing it. I could be
it
pushing it.
depends on your location. It could be
Yeah.
and what you
Yeah.
like.
And
Hey, so
I like what Ms. Andaria said. You know, a lot of buffering might increase, but to her point, what I'm saying is, I just heard some streaming company, a major streaming company, had to increase their bandwidth because of all the intake they're getting now. They weren't used to handling all these people watching their services.
Yeah. Everybody's sitting at home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're throttle in there too. You know that,
That's
right?
why I said I can't understand why, the companies that left Geforce now, they should have begged Geforce to get back on
Right.
it. They missing out on money.
Mm-hmm.
He said I'm paying $1,100 for a 1 bedroom in Atlanta.
Gee, that's a mint.
damn.
See, that's a sign in the move from Atlanta. Go pro. Yeah, but that sound about right about Atlanta though.
You
Mm-hmm.
got some people paying, man. It's the rent. I know.
It depends on where you at. Man,
Yeah.
it depends. We didn't pay that for a 3 bedroom house in Prattville, Alabama. And Prattville probably is about 2, 3 hours from Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It depends on your location. But that was that was about at least about 10 years ago.
Then in Chicago, it's different by the sides. We got the north, we got south, east. East and west. To be away from, you got some crazy neighborhoods. To be away from all that craziness,
You
you
don't.
gotta pay a little bit more. So
Yeah.
it's like, man,
That's like what Miss Sandy B just said. She said it ain't even a month. It's a one-time check, especially after they take out taxes. Luckily, I'm retired, so I get a check each month. For young people but for young working people, it won't stretch that far. True.
you know what would have been better than the checks? Freezing the
The bills,
mortgage and the rent. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would have been better than the checks.
you
Mm-hmm.
everything until everything picked back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now here's the kicker.
They did do that in Philly. They gave you a tab, but like I said, once everybody get back on their feet, they expect you to pay.
Well,
Now,
that's understandable. Like, but when you say they expect you to pay, they expect you to pay from the time that it froze, right?
Yeah.
Or okay, well that's all. That's okay, and then it picks up like nothing ever changed.
It's okay depending on how much time they get you. How much time they give you to pay it off.
mhm.
Didn't say if they're gonna count the interest and all that.
I
But if
don't
they
think they can do the
froze it,
interest. They won't be able to.
but
I
if
don't
they
see them get
froze
away
it,
with
you
that.
ain't got no interest.
Huh?
If they froze it, you don't have any interest. That's my thoughts on it. You know what I
Mm.
mean?
Nah, it ain't no interest. But it's
Yeah.
just how long do you have to pay it?
Right.
Now you busting your butt spending all your money on back payments towards stuff. You got the
Mm-hmm.
back payments on rent. You got the back payments on your utility bills.
Now
I
here's
mean,
the
I don't even know the correct answer or thing to do because I don't even think it is one.
now have they done this where y'all at?
Nah, they
Here,
haven't froze nothing but the
here,
utility bill.
here what they said was they're going to push back doing your federal taxes until what, July?
July.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Ohio said, well, it's not going to matter unless Ohio says we agree with that. Because in order to file, Ohio said you still have to do your state taxes and your city taxes, or just your state taxes rather. So if you do your state taxes, you automatically have to file your federal. So unless like Ohio say, well, we're going to go with what the federal says, and you don't have to file till July. If Ohio doesn't do that, you automatically got to file your federal taxes by April 15th.
I think they're gonna jump in line. They're gonna have to make everybody jump in line.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I'm reading, trying to read the comments.
Where Bama fan live at? She ain't got to pay no rent.
A house, maybe.
I'm trying to move.
A house paid off.
Probably. Yeah. I'm just messing.
Then you still got to pay them property taxes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that ain't no house or house payment.
Yeah.
Not in Bama anyway. I mean, I don't know if Bama fans still in Bama. I guess it just depends on.
House. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, just depends on where your house is on. I know, like, property tax in Alabama is low compared to out here in Texas, which is like 3, maybe even 4 times more. They do in Texas, yeah.
Yep.
Ooh, Valerie says something. She sells her masks from between $5 to $20 depending on the model. She also puts together prevention kits and masks, surgical gloves, sanitizer, which sell for 20, 30. If you get, I mean, you don't even gotta upsell a lot. But if you can get a hold of a high quality of that stuff gonna sell.
Right.
It's definitely gonna sell because you don't got that much. I mean, every time you go to the store to get it, you can't get it at the stores. You can barely order it.
Yeah.
Just don't charge nobody no $20 for a roll of tissue, guys.
Right.
Do not do it.
Yeah, you're going straight to the underworld if you do that.
Yeah, you're going. Don't break them up. But I mean, if you got a high quality or something, quantity or something.
So J Mac, what would you
don't
do
even
if?
gotta be too much.
So J Mac, what would you do if customers came at you and said this, and I just don't got your number? Would you give them a deal knowing the situation, or?
Well, you cut out a little bit. You said what now?
I said, so if one of your potential customers came at you and said, "Look, I want your service. This cable bill is killing me, but I don't got quite your number. I got this amount of TVs, and I want service. Can we work out something?" Would you give them a deal because of the situation? Because I know yeah.
See, I'm laughing.
No.
I'm laughing because real know what I charge, right? And not to put business out there, I have done that because of what the situation is going on right now. So with potential customers that are coming at me, yes, I give them that deal because of what's going on. But real know if it wasn't no Corona.
You charge them out the woodworks, but cheaper than the cable bill. I got you.
Yeah.
He said, "Do you think they'll shut off bills and do evictions if you don't have the money to pay?" They have done
it in Philly.
Did they do that countrywide or was that just us?
They did it in Philly. I don't know. They did it over there too.
In Ohio?
Steve?
No, they haven't done that here in Ohio.
What?
Mm-mm.
Well, you know what?
No, they shut off they postponed to the shut off and all that kind of stuff. But that question came about especially about rent. They was like, well, pay your rent as best as you can.
Yeah.
And when this is over, then the rental companies are supposed to work with you.
Well, they froze they didn't freeze it, but they gave it. So I forgot what they call it, but they can't do evictions
Right.
to a certain time.
Mm-hmm.
So is that considered almost like freezing your bill? Nah.
Not freezing it. What? How do they do car payments? Like when you skip them, when they allow you to skip a month, what do they call that?
Um.
There's a certain word for it. Like if you've been paying your bill for so long, your car payment, they let you skip a month or something. I know it's the word for it. I can't think of it.
Yeah, this ain't skipping no money. They gonna come back and get that money. I wanna. Hey, this, the first is gonna be something to see, because I want to see if landlords and stuff gonna be rent hunting. I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
you can't pay what you ain't
Deferred.
got.
Yeah, there it is. That's the word, deferred. Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Donald Quinn.
Well, I
Thank you.
know they didn't defer like student loans. So
But you know what? They're putting a bill in trying to do that right now. I don't know if it's gonna pass.
He said you can file federal, state, and local taxes at different times.
What, pass your
Gotcha.
regular pass the deadline? I mean, I know you can, but you know when they say, "Oh, this is due on this date," and if they're pushing the federal back, then everybody should put like the state taxes should be pushed back to that date.
hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Let's see. J Max says something. What J Max said? I can't find it. Trying to go through the questions. Said them car payments still need to be paid.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many payments, man. When you think of all the payments we got,
Yeah, that's
Yep.
you
Yep.
really start thinking about it now.
and then
Cause
like
you
that
really I
student
can't
loan
see.
stuff be killing people. People owe 100,000 back on student loans and they don't even got jobs.
And that's the funny part. I didn't heard some people say that even some of the loan companies and stuff like that, they call them companies essential work. So some of the loan companies are still calling people for payments and stuff like that.
But that's what I'm saying. They know what's going on around here. That's that greed for the money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't care nothing about us, man.
We got something worked out like through our credit union. You know, we got a credit union at my job. If you take out a loan, if you're not at work, you cover from the time you out of work. So I don't know if this would cover that. If it was true, if you know everything was just shut down.
Mm-hmm. That's funny you said that because my credit union did that for small businesses. I just got a letter yesterday talking about if you need to take out a loan. I mean, they're only letting you take out up to $2,000, but then they're pushing your first repayment would not be due until the first of the year.
What? Oh, that's good.
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm. It's like I'm glad I don't have to seek a loan like that, but that's good for somebody who really need it.
Yeah. If somebody need it. One thing the credit unions they don't care about getting you money. They taking it straight from your checks. So.
Yeah,
They
they ain't
taking it
playing
straight
under
from
that.
your check.
I'm gonna get mine.
Darrell says she out.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up here in a few minutes too, y'all.
Yeah, it's getting kind of late. How do I get back to the chat? Here we go. I think everybody going to get it, but shut the homeless. The homeless people don't have an address. Homeless people got addresses they can receive stuff at.
Mm-hmm. They do. I was reading along, which I see what Miss Andaria said. She said they can go to school online and have their loans deferred. Okay, and that's another thing. Since she brought that up, I heard not her, I actually seen it where like the main one of the main schools here is Ohio State. So when they said all those students had to go home, a lot of those kids was upset because, well, we didn't pay for, our dorms and our food for the semester or however you, we want a percentage back. And a lot of people were like, well, why do you want a percentage back? You get to go home through this crisis. Well, Ohio came back and said the majority of the schools or colleges in Ohio, they will give them a percentage back. So I had to tell my brother, I was like, when you go get my niece, I said, depending on between you and her mother who wrote that check, you better make sure that check come back to you. Because, some college students were like, oh, yeah, I'm getting some money back, and they'll go get that money. So that's something that's out there, too, that, college students, I'm not sure in y'all states, but here in Ohio, they will get a percentage back.
How about the kids? I don't know if they paid yet. Do they got to pay for all them tests and stuff still, like towards the end of the year?
You know what? I don't know.
Like the graduation costs and stuff like that. I don't know. I thought we had to do that in the past. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure if they still do that or not. Yep, I hear you, Charles. Yep, CSE. Yep.
That's what I'm wondering too. Payments you made for the certain dates, will those just be refunded to you?
They should be. I don't see why they shouldn't. I mean, because they can't finish the rest of the school year.
Are they still having funerals? Where y'all at?
Funerals?
Mm-hmm.
They are, but what they're doing is they made a couple suggestions. Either they will do the funeral at the gravesite, or if the family is that intent, well, then we need to put you in a separate room and just televise it.
What?
I'm not lying. Televise it, and then do the funeral as regular, and then go to the gravesite.
I seen a guy on Twitter. His father, he was older, got the coronavirus. He ended up dying.
Mm-hmm.
Said, they had his father in isolation. They wouldn't let him see his father to pretty much say goodbye.
Wow.
Because and fear him getting contaminated, spreading it to people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, like, I'm hearing stories, about the common people, because they did that here in Chicago. Somebody had came from O'Hara, and they sent them to Rush Hospital and isolated them. So I'm wondering, why ain't the celebrities, man, all isolated and by themselves? Once they get, they telling you from home on Twitter on stuff. I got them positive. I'm positive.
Mm-hmm.
Common people, I'm seeing them locked away for a few days or something like that.
Right.
They don't trust you enough just to go home.
That's true.
I don't get that.
Mm-hmm. That's just like you hear. I heard it a couple times on the news where some of the aides of the vice president came across with the coronavirus, but they didn't come in contact with him nor the president. That's kind of, I mean, if that's true, okay, but that's kind of hard to believe that you're aides and you work with these people every day and you don't come in contact with them. So you're more or less saying if the president or anybody in the upper, in that status, if they get it, you will never know.
No, they're not going to tell us that.
Mm-hmm.
No.
They won't tell you that. I think that you really have people panicking then.
Right.
So I don't think. I'm surprised they told us the NBA players and stuff with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, they told us that so they could just shut the season down.
Right.
But you got certain people, if they catch you, you'll never know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was reading the article. The NBA players after April 1st, their paychecks ain't guaranteed.
They got so much money though. You gotta worry.
Right. To your point, you got NBA players coming out and paying the full salaries of the arena workers.
Mm-hmm.
So if XYZ basketball player can go and pay for all this, those cats got money.
Yeah, Zion on his rookie contract.
Yeah.
Paying for the whole thing.
Yep. I mean, in the long run, it's going to be a tax write-off for them, but they got money.
He still did it. He didn't have to do it, and he did it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, they got some money.
Yep.
I wonder how the NFL season will be with all this.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
Well, I know they
got so much. They got so much protection. When they protect all the gear and stuff, I don't know.
Yeah,
Because
but
they can live in
the NBA draft. I mean, the NFL draft from Las Vegas to be announced, and I don't think it'll be no fans at the NFL draft this year either.
See, that's what's going to be weird for me because they talking about bringing the NBA back without the fans, but the fans part of the show.
Right. That's going to be weird.
That's going to be,
It's just like wrestling without fans right now. Like,
oh, you've been watching that too?
Oh, they got wrestling without fans?
That cracks me up. Watch Monday Night Raw. Watch Thursday night. They going in there wrestling and acting like they got fans. It's funny to see.
They're acting like they got fans.
Fans, yeah. Doing a regular spiel. I'm gonna beat you on whatever. There's no fans in the crowd.
It's just WrestleMania. Wait till WrestleMania comes.
Yeah.
That's just part of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got some people, the pressure bust pipes. So you got some people, that home court advantage, it may stop that player from making that shot during a certain situation. Yeah. Now without the crowd involved, you just, it's like a practice game.
Right.
Yeah.
What Fire Force say? He said fans are the income. That's correct.
Some doctors aren't physically seeing people, and they told them not to go to the hospital here in California. You are doomed if you catch it. They are not treating people here. That's how it is in Chicago. You got to pretty much say, hey, I'm about to die.
Mm-hmm. I did hear that, Charles. He said, you see our quarterback donated $50K to the Cleveland Food Bank and said would match all donations. They had crazy support come in. I love to see the good through all of this. Yeah, that is very true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's like Zach donated. Him and his wife donated $100,000 to one of the food banks.
Mm-hmm. I wonder, this one thing. It's a lot of stuff that's going to create change from this, I think.
Yeah.
I think people going to be more aware of being more washing hands more clean and more safe and more germ phobia. Basically, they're going to be aware now.
That
But you know what it also shows? And not to say look in the future, but if you take this type of crisis now, because in our lifetime, we've never seen that like this before.
Never.
Before, you always heard about the stuff that happened, let's just say between 1900 and 1960, of all the wars and stuff that they had to go through, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the violence they had to go through in America. We're going through something that we've never seen before. So let's just say something else dramatically happens. Now you see what people may act like. Are they going to hoard all the toilet paper? Are they going to hoard the stores? Are they going to be rude to the elderly people trying to get what they need? So that's a lesson in itself, just like you're saying.
Yeah, that's a good point because we used to watching other people deal with the problems. Mm-hmm. So it's like now, just teach. It's like it don't seem real at times. Sometimes to me,
right?
I kind of got to remind myself I'm on quarantine. Stuff like that. It's like I'm like, what the.
Yeah, I can't just get up and go like the Best Buy or you got to be cautious. I got to check. Let me see if they open.
No rush hour, stuff like that in Chicago. What?
Mm-hmm.
It's something.
You got to worry about, if I go to the supermarket, can I get some ground beef? I don't know. I'm taking this trip for nothing.
Right.
It's the travelers that's catching the virus and coming and going and spreading the virus. Our homeless population is probably the safest. I don't know, not anymore, because yeah, they probably was safe,
Mm-hmm.
but now that I don't know how contagious it is. Like the lady who came from O'Hare with it
Right.
got through, went on the train and stuff like that. You have homeless people on the train and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
If one of them got affected, and then they're laying and sleep in different places. Uh, I don't know. There's a lot of
Yeah,
things that can
the
help
Delta is
there.
the safest to me right now. It's so
Right.
bad over here. The cops saying that they just giving court dates. If you do a crime, they giving you court date. Yeah, we'll see you after the corona's over.
Yeah.
I
Cause they don't
wonder
want
what they gonna
everybody.
do, because they just had somebody at the county jail catching. I heard people in some of the prisons are catching it
Now
now.
that what they doing here, if they don't have no real, uh, what do you say? If they just have like misdemeanors and stuff, yeah,
Yeah,
they let people out of jail.
but say this though. Say they let this person off. They say somebody tested positive for it.
Mm-hmm.
They let this person out of jail, and they got it. Are they testing them before they let them out, or what was the thing?
That part I haven't heard.
Because they have to be.
They have to be tested, right?
They're like almost like you
So
know
what about the cars that come in and out? That do the shifts. They come from the outside in there to make sure everything
they
is.
subject to it too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They all subject to it. So it's like what I'm wondering, if they had like a big outbreak of it, where it's a lot of people who tested positive, would they delay release dates for people, or will they still have to release them at the release date?
Hmm. That's interesting.
Because to say if they release somebody out that tests is positive,
Yeah.
isn't that kind of like a lawsuit at its own too? So there's a lot of things that could. I don't know, man.
Yeah, we kind of like sitting ducks.
Yeah.
A lot will stock certain items too after this is over. Yeah.
Quick question for you and J Max, Steve.
Hmm.
Um, what microphone would you say to use? Like, cause I know the microphone I'm on right now. Like, if I go to try to like record a video with my Elgato, I would get like a lot of echo, and that's why I got plenty of videos ready to go to upload, but I don't like the echo. So I know it's kind of probably my microphone,
I used the
uh,
Yeti.
the Yeti.
Mhm.
But doesn't the Yeti pick up like every little teeny sound?
Yeah, it pick up sound. Like like I make sure if if anything, like you can hear something outside of here if it's good enough. But I make sure it's everything pretty much sealed off in my
Gotcha.
room before I get on, because it can pick up sound. But the quality just sound good, and it wasn't that expensive. You be
Yeah,
having
with the
having
Yeti is
sales
like
on Yetis all the time, huh?
Yeti like $119 or something like
I
that.
think it's 119 regular price, but sometimes they be having sale. You can catch them on sale sometimes.
Mm.
Probably can't catch them now
Yeah, yeah,
because a lot of people ordering mics right now.
yeah.
Everybody's back at home.
Top money on YouTube.
They got people streaming. They got. I was watching, the Instagram and the Twitter. I like, dang, you got everybody online playing right now. All the NBA players playing. They got some of them got YouTube channels. Everything popping off right now.
Yeah, YouTube paying that check if you putting out that content on a consistent.
Yeah.
It's so hard now though. With before it was good because it was just for us. You know what I mean?
I got you.
But now
Everybody into the game now.
everybody, you got, at first you might say you got a sports channel. I got a sports channel, it's popping and stuff like that. Now you got extra ESPN on this thing, want to make a YouTube channel. You
Right.
got Shane and Skip on there want to do, and when you have that happen, you're gonna always have YouTube they priority is gonna be the actual stars over you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the one thing. It's good to see. Then it's like, man, They already got a platform. They want to take over your platform.
Right, right.
So I don't know, man.
So much copycat, with this cutting the cord, man. Everybody out there ain't original, man. They see one person idea, like they could be watching your show, Steve, or your show, you and Bo's show, Hustler, and
Hmm.
then steal it and be like, "Oh, yo, wasn't that my filing?" You can look at it and be like, "Yo, that's my filing right there." But they talking like it's theirs. Like, "Oh, I did all that."
One thing I never worried about though, I never really worried about uh people copying me. Like I used to have it. I used to, especially like say I used to do the build videos. If I did a build,
Hmm.
and somebody else did a build, and then somebody else do a build, and then the same build, they reviewed the same thing because you used to have that back in the day.
Right.
Yeah,
I started looking at it. It kind of helped everybody out because now y'all all got different um,
perspective.
subscribers. And
Right.
you can all talk about something different, and
Hmm.
then on the recommendations, people pretty just gonna stay with people they like, but the recommendations it helps because now y'all all getting streaming time from this situation. And then
Hmm.
when you think about it, everybody copy off everybody. Just look at tech. How many iPhone 10 reviews, 11 reviews you see? Somebody get it, somebody get it, somebody get it. So it's no way to really just make your own. It's just all yours by itself.
J
Right.
Mac that new Samsung,
Huh?
The what now?
the new Samsung.
Well,
The
I'm still rocking my the Note 10s.
Yeah, I got the 9, but T-Mobile keep calling me. They like, "Yo, we got this coming. We got this. It'll be here soon. You want to jump on board?" I'm like, "Nah, my 9 is working perfect."
Right. Right.
Valerie said, I'm wondering how they testing people when they say they have no kids. Uh, I heard people not really testing. I heard people getting sent home and pretty much told not to come in until they actually like out there. But
Right.
I heard if you've been around somebody that actually tested positive for it, you could actually get the test.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they talking about bringing tests that you can test yourself, like swab kits.
They said they about to start a drive-through here.
And what?
drive through swab.
Oh, drive through, drive through. But they're doing that in some places though.
You gonna do it? It's gonna be crazy, man.
The matter of fact, let me take that back. There's one of the hospitals here is doing it here, and like the past couple mornings, people have been saying it's been like 3 hours waiting in a car line to go through the hospital section to get swabbed, and then they go on and they find out, what is it, within 3 hours or something like that. But everybody's I was laughing when you first said it, but they're actually doing that here.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's just unreal, man. I can't believe we going through this.
Hmm.
Yeah, this is
He said
this
the
really
CDC test failed. What that means? The CDC. She said, look it up.
I see what Ms. Octavian says. There are some CDC tests that have been failing, that haven't been approved.
Oh, they not being approved?
Some of the tests that they're putting out there haven't been approved, and that's why they're failing.
Oh,
If they would attempt to go with one standard test that they know that works, that everybody can use, that might be a little bit better.
Hey Steve, I heard they stopped selling the Netgear 10X, man. I
Mhm.
heard that
they stopped selling it.
yeah, they basically Netgear took that off of their product list. I don't know if they coming out with something new, but
They
yeah,
used
they
to
was
still keep them.
yeah, I heard they took that off there. Like, and I looked at Best Buy before, all this, and Best Buy don't even carry them no more. And that was the spot I I was getting things from, like as far as the Netgear. I had to go with the Orbi.
They got one at Walmart. Let me see.
All right, cause
Why you need a 10S? Why you need an X10 anyway?
I like having power, man. I like having overkill. I ain't
I know how
gonna
you feel, Steve.
lie.
But you know what? When you brought that up, like the X10 is for people who can get it, it's a decent price. But then you have the two systems that came out after the X10. And I forget the one that came out right after it. And in some stores, they're selling the upgrade less than the X10.
They selling the upgrade less than the X10.
Matter of fact, who did I see do that? I saw Micro Center do that a couple times, where they're selling the upgrade less than the X10. I'm like, why are y'all doing like that? Shouldn't that one be a whole lot higher?
Cheaper equipment.
Yeah, I gotta go to Micro Center. They
Cheaper,
still
cheaper to make it.
get some hard drives.
That's why Nvidia, when they Nvidia released that 2017 Nvidia Shield.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing they did was make cheaper equipment.
Right.
They saved money on the they saved money. What they made it like 70% smaller. They made they chose a regular controller. They took the SD cards off so they couldn't get receive any more damages about it. So all that was just a money increase thing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, in your opinion, Steve, is the tube worth it or not? Because I'm still up in the air. I was gonna buy one.
What'd you say now?
Tube, the one that Dell showed on his channel.
Cube. I mean, it's just they over that.
It's overpriced to me.
Yeah.
Way overpriced. I programmed one, and I was able to play with it for a customer to program it. It's nice. To me, if you want it, get it. But to me, it's just still too overpriced right now.
All right, so let me ask you a question. How much better is it than the 4K Fire Stick? Because right now, that's what my customers love. I'm not going. I mean, me and you know the power difference, but me trying to explain that to a consumer, one of my potential customers, where they gonna look at is price. This is $50 opposed to $150, and this is just then.
I'm pushing the Fire Sticks in the boxes, Android boxes. If a customer come to me and they already have it, sure, I'd be glad to to program or whatever. But just to outright sell one, you know how much you got to upcharge just to get your money back off of that?
Yeah, I know exactly.
And just real quick, I saw something Charles Kramer said. If anyone getting charged for testing, they're getting ripped off. So to more or less let people know, do not pay for the Corona tests. Those are actually free.
They got people calling people and going to door selling fake Corona tests.
Right.
So that could be happening too. It's crazy, man. Crazy situations, man.
He said, what do you say? Who is the one lower right screen can't see in my iPhone? Oh, that's Technology King. Yep.
Technology King in the house.
People need to get an antenna in case the internet goes down. Oh, I got mine ready.
I got 3 sold from last summer, so I got 3 down there.
They ain't letting no internet go down.
Nah. I got too many kids and college students who need to do their schoolwork.
It's interesting that the digital dollar they talking about though.
The digital dollar, what's that?
They they put in that they've been talking about the digital dollar replacing money.
Oh really?
Yep.
I still got that feeling in my hand. I'm old school with it.
Oh yeah, me too.
Not to see money no more.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't feel I don't know. I don't feel like it's mine. It's just completely digital.
It's too easy to hack too.
Yeah.
Yeah, with every so much stuff that get hacked.
Yeah, you heard about the Netflix accounts getting hacked?
Oh, that's always been happening.
Yeah, that always goes on all the time.
all the time. It's just somebody do a somebody, you'll have a reporter just bring it out. But that's they can't. I mean, what can they do? They can't do anything.
Yeah.
I feel you, Octave. I now see what you were talking about, Octave.
Anything that has accounts get hacked.
Yeah.
They had the shoe place. They was getting hacked. The where they resell the shoes at StockX. It was getting hacked.
Oh, they was getting hacked? Yeah.
Hacked big. They was taking over the customer accounts.
I see advertisement about that.
And I'm not saying for everybody to do this all the time, but just something simple like I learned at work. I use it elsewhere too, like making up passwords. I know people make, simple passwords they can remember, but if you sometimes, let's say you use like a Netflix account or something, right? You got your username, a password is usually much harder to break a password if you do it in a form of a sentence or a form of a phrase. So something simple like as Jack and Jill ran up the hill, it's going to be harder to crack that password other than having the words like 1, 2, 3, 4 hammer time or 1, 2, 3, 4 hammer. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's familiar with your personality, they might be able to figure that out. But if you put the password into a sentence form, that's much harder to crack.
Yeah, and then change it periodically too.
Yeah.
It's just hard. I used to change mine a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I don't change it like I used to because it's like everything asks for all these passwords now. But you get to do the best thing. Yeah, you have to change them a lot.
Yeah, I start screenshotting like when cause I'll be forgetting them. I got so much different passwords for this. That
Yep.
DOC says no visitors for 60 days. Valerie said. They might
cable panels. I got.
You silly Charles.
What time is it? 10:40.
10:40. Oh yes.
We'll get ready to go soon, guys.
Okay, no problem.
Well,
hey, appreciate you letting me come on, Chief. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Yeah, you, Steve. I appreciate you, man. We gotta do this again. I enjoyed myself.
Yes, on a digital dollar for many years. Octavia like it, the digital dollar. I don't know what to think about it. Like, old fashioned. You like that money. And then will it be like, I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. Digital dollar, do you really need banks then though?
No.
Then you putting a whole industry out of work.
Yeah. So they're gonna figure out they're not gonna put the banks out of work. So they're gonna figure out a way to make you
go to that bank.
Need that bank.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. So much new stuff.
Any new budget boxes to look out for, man? I know you don't like giving up secrets, but I ain't heard nothing. Wow.
Like the one particular box that I always use just came back in stock. Look, I'm trying to order them before anybody else do.
Well, you can put that in the private chat. Let me
know. Do y'all buy in bulk or do you buy?
Oh no, I buy in bulk. I got.
So do you use the are you making sure you're getting your discounts from the bulk, buying the bulk?
Mm-hmm. I set up a Amazon business account.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't do that yet, but I did talk to them about that. They said, "Is that easy to set up, J Mac?"
Oh yeah, it's real set. All you gotta do is put in they're gonna ask you for your business name and the your IE number. The next day they'll send you an email, you've been approved. And you can go in there and say for example, like on regular Amazon, you might only be able to order 3 or 4
4.
Fire Sticks at a time. On bulk, I believe the last time I put a bulk in order, I ordered I think I ordered 8. But they really don't cut the limit off. And until they do, then I'm gonna keep ordering them in bulk.
You could buy them in stores in bulk too, though, can't you?
I
I mean, you
don't.
want per?
Will Best Buy let you do that in bulk?
I don't know.
Nah,
I'm
I
not
doubt
positive.
because their whole thing is they want to have enough for everybody.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which I ain't mad. I used to work for Walmart. I didn't seen them little poppy stores come in and get the milk or whatever it is, soda,
Mm-hmm.
soda text, and kill the game. Go sell that for $2 or $3 more,
Right.
and then it's so bad they left us with empty pallets. Like next customer come up, yo man, I wanted to go buy some soda too. I used to get my store manager an earful about that.
Right.
Like, but yeah, but I'm glad you told me. I'm gonna definitely look into that business account. You said you need IME, the text
Your tax
number.
ID number? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I gotta get one of those. Yeah, that should be straight.
Sure, because once you set up your LLC, or if you already have your LLC, yeah, it's right there in your paperwork.
I gotta get all that. I gotta get the LLC too.
Oh, it's not hard to get.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna get on that. I got a vendor's license already, so might as well
Oh,
make the full
oh,
thing.
shoot, you're more than halfway there.
Yeah, I've been, I had my son out there on the curb making some money. Saying he like, Dad, I like making my own money. I'm like, okay, keep it going.
That's
Teach
what's
him
up.
early, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
But we get ready to go, guys, man. Shout out to hold on, let me take this comment off so people can see y'all. Shout out to Hustler TV and Technology King for coming. The real came through.
Any
Do you need a resale license? A lot of people using the 4K sticks. Walmart had them on sale for $30. You gotta be careful though, because I don't think that was an original seller from Walmart selling that. Make
Right.
no,
sure if y'all buying a meat box, because you can get a 2-year insurance for $5. You can't beat that.
That's right.
2 years for $5. So you
Mm-hmm.
can't get no insurance when you buy from that other company. It had
Right.
to be right from Walmart stock. So, and these meat boxes, some of them go bad. I had meat boxes go bad. I mean, everything can go bad when you're dealing with electronics, but these meat boxes, yeah, I had some go bad. So make sure you're buying officially from Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta do that with everything. Check your buyer on check your buyer everywhere. But on
Right.
Walmart, check them for sure. And Amazon, check your buyers for sure.
yep.
A lot of times, if it don't say Prime, you're taking a little bit of a risk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't only deal with Prime.
Mm-hmm.
I want this Prime charge. I gotta see if Prime charge me. Shit, Prime need to delay their payments too.
What you pay monthly or?
No, I pay yearly, but I think my yearly came up.
Yeah, my yearly came up. Nah, they said no. Because right now I gotta go pay 'em. Matter of fact, I'm glad you said that.
And well, I'll say this. I've said this on previous shows. With Prime, there's certain things out there like what is it, AAA, ARP, and some other companies. And if you happen to know somebody who has one of those what you call them, food cards like you get from welfare. Okay, I'm not trying to be funny.
Yeah, I got
The
you.
welfare card, if you have that, you can actually go on Amazon. They have a link for it. You put in the little number from the card, and they'll give you Prime for $7 a month. You get everything the regular Prime get.
What?
I'm about to do
He
that.
spilled the beans.
I'm for real.
Cause I think regular if you do monthly, it's like $13.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like 100. I think it's 130 for the year.
Right.
But you get so much stuff with Prime.
Yeah, and I didn't know that you can share one account with two different separate emails.
Yeah. Two separate emails. You sure
My
can.
mom got my account. I don't even know how she got. She had asked me for my information. I gave it to her, and now she's logged into my account. Now she can't see the stuff that I purchased, but she still benefit from the Prime. She can watch my use it for her deliveries and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Name.
There they go. Leroy access card. Thomas E. Your EBT card. Yep. So if you know anybody who has that, hey, it's worth it. You're only paying $7 a month, or like Steve just said, it's only what, 130 a year.
On 30 a year, you get the shit. Some stuff you got Prime now. You can have it shipped that day. Prime
Yeah.
now. Yep. Singles free 2-day shipping, free day shipping.
Mm-hmm.
You get special. You get special discounts.
The audio books.
You can pick the day that you want it shipped on. So if you're at home during the week and you want it shipped on a Saturday, you can pick that.
Prime Video. I'll be using Prime Video at work.
Yeah.
What else you got? Yeah, the books. It's a lot of little stuff.
Disney Plus don't add enough stuff fast enough for me, man.
What you mean?
Like their content, they don't add enough. It's like you go on there, you expecting to see something new. It's the same.
I wouldn't pay for it, but it's free.
Yeah.
For Prime. So I watch certain stuff like I was watching the old show. What was the old prison show? I was watching Oz. Remember HBO Oz?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Prime got all the seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you can catch movies on Prime that you can't even find streaming.
That's right.
You can catch some movie. What movie was that I just called? It was what was the old movie with Wesley Snipes? Disappearing Acts.
Yep.
Disappearing Acts.
Yeah. I remember that.
You cannot find Disappearing Acts anywhere. You can find it on Prime.
Yeah. See, there you go, Charles. He said, "Hey, somebody give me your EBT card right quick."
I'm done. Y'all not about to give me it. I'm gone now. Y'all about to give me it.
But that's the thing. It's really legit. You paying $7 a month. What comes out to what? Times 12. What is that? A little over $90 a year, and you getting the same benefits as if you paid.
That's lower than what it originally was before it went up.
Right. I mean, you got all type of different stuff. You got people who who receive benefits. They can get cable for the lowest $10 a month.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff out there. You just got to search it.
You gotta know it.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You gotta know how to look for the deals.
Right.
Yeah, they got the essential internet here in Philly, so $10 a month, Comcast.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend it for a streamer, but somebody that just want to surf the internet, 25 megs is good to go to surf the internet.
That's true.
Now, when you talk about downloading, you're gonna be waiting a while, but I had customers argue with me like, "Yo, that essentials work? Nah, not on no Fire Stick. You'll be in trouble. You'll be calling me like, yo, what's going on?"
Right.
I went out though, man. I took a Fire Stick with me. I had used the Fire Stick on the Wi-Fi one of my rooms, and man, they got their own fire, their own internet. You got to sign in through their Wi-Fi, so I didn't think it'd work good. it,
Mhm.
it was working good, man. The internet was real low, so I was surprised.
Mhm.
Fire stick can get you through the day when you're traveling or something.
It's all about that Wi-Fi chip, man. Like they'll say, they got Amazon devices got one of the best Wi-Fi chips in the business.
Amazon got good quality.
I'm waiting for Amazon to hit that market with their own internet service. I want to see what
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I read an article. They said it's coming soon.
Yeah.
They said
They
they
said
want to shoot
Comcast
satellites.
and Verizon ain't gonna like them.
They said they
So
want to
you
shoot
know it's gonna be
satellites up,
cheaper.
They want to do what?
shoot the satellites up or something. I'm like, man,
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, J Mac, why did they get rid of the Fire TV boxes? Like the first ones, not the dongle, the other one.
The square ones that was like the home
Yeah,
automation.
cause that was my shot, man. People was buying them things. I'm
They
like,
still got
it,
them. They still
it
got
was too powerful. Now it's gone.
them. Is
nah,
it?
they gone.
Yeah, it's gone. They replaced that. Remember with the Fire Stick, the dongle.
Dongle. Yeah, no.
Oh, okay. You mean the original box?
See
Yeah,
what they did is I don't see if y'all this what
they
Amazon does.
decreased the power on the dongle.
Hmm.
What they do though is each time they release something, Amazon does this well. They like to release a product like every 6 months to a year. And they give you a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. That box though was hidden.
It was.
It was powerful. They were like, shit, we can't get too much. We rushing, we rushed too soon with this. So
Mhm.
they just continued it, so they can just go with their little pace. Get a little bit better. Give them a little here, give them a little there.
Nah, that was my shot. $99.
Yeah,
And
You know what?
look,
If
they
you,
were powerful.
I got two of them. Do not sell them boxes. I'm
Yeah,
trying to tell you.
they
Do not sell
powerful.
'em.
The only thing about them, you don't got no adapter storage, so you stuck
Right.
with that 8 GB, and that's what they're gonna start doing next. Next, they're just gonna increase the memories and stuff like that.
but what about well, I know you probably can't use the OTG cable on them Jones, but I know on the Fire Stick 4K you can. The
Yeah, I think
expanding support.
The Fire Stick, but who want to do all that shit? The Fire Stick, you might as well just buy a box because you got buy the adapters and all this other stuff. You paying extra money for that.
But you know what? But it also is for like personal preference. Because I got a couple customers I had to help that way. Even though they wanted the extra stuff in the storage, to them it made sense for them.
Yeah,
It's just
Yeah,
personal
that's what
I
I'm gonna
preference.
mean,
say. Yeah, customers don't want to spend on a box. They like, oh, no, no, I like Fire Stick. I know about the Fire Stick. My so and so, my friend got the Fire Stick. Somebody did that. They want that. I don't even try to argue it. I used to try to break it down. The box is better. You can run the Ethernet cable directly through. You ain't got to buy all these extra attachments. They don't want to hear none of that. No, the Fire Stick, well known. That's what we going with.
yeah, they don't. I mean, it's so cheap. That's what they think of Fire Stick. If nobody
Yeah,
knows, and you offer them a Fire Stick or the Nvidia Shield TV, they'll take the Fire Stick.
Oh yeah.
but you know what's crazy to me, J Mac and Steve,
What's up?
is that they rather be cheap and pay $39.99 for the second gen Fire Stick than rather pay the extra $10 and get the 4K. And I be telling them like, get the 4K. The 4K is a better experience. But
Right.
then, like you said, they look at that price and be like, nah.
But see,
Well,
you
you
I
know
know
what?
what it is? It's like what we was talking about earlier with this. You got people that's searching for deals, and you got people playing with pennies. They're trying to save $5 here, $10 there. Anything they can do to save a buck right now. I remember I was working with this one billionaire, like it was like 8 years ago. He had owned this company. I forgot he was teaching. He taught government. He taught people how to be leaders or something like that.
Mhm.
Million. He was so he. I wouldn't say cheap, but just careful. When you think of a millionaire like that, he driving an average car. He dressing, regular clothes, Walmart looking clothes. They really,
That's the
try
guy I want to
to
be around.
spend the less
Not too
money as
flashy.
possible they can do.
Mhm.
Well, I'm gonna get ready to go, guys. I'm gonna let y'all go for sure. Shout out to Hustler TV, Technology King, Trooper 69, The Real, everybody who joined the show. Shout out to all the guests, everybody who donated, and man, be safe out there, man. Wish you all well and your family, and we all going through something right now. So I know it's a lot of people that's out of work. And then times will get better, man. We're gonna get through this.
Right.
One way or another, we're gonna get through this, guys. But I'm gonna talk to you guys later. Tune in next time so I can show you how to make the box yours. Now Trooper gotta say his thing at the end always.
Thank y'all for coming. See you in the next one. Like, share, subscribe. To all the two little haters out there, we love you. Go wash your ass.
Trooper crazy. All right, guys. Love you. Have a good night.
All right, Steve.
All right,
Thanks for letting me come on, man.
Thank you, Steve.
No problem.